Back to the real Mike Cart. You're in Mike Cart's cell phone. I mean smartphone. Smartphone, cell phone. You are in my smartphone. This is a quick emulator update. So my N64 emulator crashed and I lost everything. Or I thought I lost everything. But I actually was able to fix it. I was actually just able to pull my save files. Good thing I had backup. So make sure to save your files, guys, when you're playing emulators. And be careful when you're messing with the emulator's functions when you're inside the files, because this could happen to you. Okay, what you're looking at right here is RetroArch, where it just crashed. I was messing with some settings, and well, this is what happened. The whole emulator just froze, and this is the last screen that I saw before I had to uninstall this emulator. So you have to be very careful with emulators. Also the phone. For a second I couldn't get into the phone, but I figured it out. So everything's good now. So I thought it was gonna be a video. I thought this was gonna be a little update video where I tell you there's no more Zelda Majora's Mask or any more N64 games or Conquer, because I lost my file because the RetroArch got corrupted because I was messing with files. So yeah, be careful when you're messing with files and options, because you see how I have like the Nintendo 64 overlay. What I was trying to do is put bezels, and by me trying to delve into the options and the files of this emulator, this is what happened. Toggle switches and things. Yeah, you just don't touch any of that. And so I thought it was the best. Obviously not, because the whole emulator crashed on me. And with emulators, like I said, you gotta be very careful, because it could ruin the whole phone. I thought I had just ruined the whole phone, but no, I was able to go in there, extract everything, and reboot it up. So we're good now. Yeah, we're good now. So you see right here, this is just my pictures. Got some of my carts pictures in here. And some videos, stuff I'm working on. Before I show you some of that, I'm going to show you that it's up and working. So this is the video. I'm going to upload this after this video. And this is, I'm going to upload this after this video. And this is just showing you that I got it to work. I got the files. I got my save files running. And state files running good. So yeah, so back up your files, because I thought I just lost hours of gameplay, but no, I fixed it. And I got my N64 controller overlay. That's still working. So it took a little while. It took like 30 minutes to get back up. But yeah, so that's the video I'm gonna post that video later. So the N64 is working. This is just really an update on that I had crashed it. I thought it was over, but I worked on it for a little while. I almost gave up there for a second, because trying to find the files and everything, it gives you a headache, really, trying to work on the small phone instead of like on a laptop on a big screen or something. So yeah, working on the phone kind of gives me a headache, but it's all in the fun and games of smartphone gaming. So yeah, we can look at something else before I end this video. On the last video I did, Battletoads the Arcade, I was talking about a giant Battletoads arcade that I saw as a child. There used to be this mall. I think it was called Windsor, and it was on the north side, San Antonio, Texas. It's torn down now. I think it was used to be called Windsor Mall, and in that mall they had an arcade, which where they had Neo Geo and different arcades like that. They had the Neo Geo in there. You know, they had the Street Fighter, the Mortal Kombat's, and that used to be a little like arcade hole in the wall one. Um, but then there was like this like kids center. I think it was called DZ Kids or DZ Party Place or Play Place or something. I don't know. It was called DZ's, and they had some arcades in there. Not as much as like the little arcade in the mall on the other side, like the dedicated arcade, but it was just like a kids like a place where DZ's where they I guess they could like run around and stuff and eat food and pizzas, burgers. I guess I never like went in there as a kid, but I used to know the kids would go in there. It was kind of like a Chunky Cheese, I guess, but without the Chunky Cheese. They had like some arcades on the wall one time when I was walking by, and I just remember seeing a giant Battletoads. Now this right here, what we're looking at, this is like a big Battletoads. It's pretty big. It's where the screen is. Yeah, the screen is. You could separate it. I think. Pretty sure this is what this is, where you could pull the control panel like close to you, and then at a distance you can have that monitor sitting a little bit away, and gives it like a theater kind of effect, like you're playing a movie, which is really cool. Arcade style, arcade, cabinets to have. I always wanted to get one of these cabs. This is actually a nice one right here, but it would have to be like control panel would have to be modded out anyway. But the Battletoads that I remember seeing, it had this kind of control panel, that probably the same one, maybe different. Like for some reason, I think it had giant buttons, but the control panel was similar to this, and but the screen that they had it running on, they didn't have that screen. They had like a giant screen. It had to be kind. It was like big screen TVs, like what we had now, like what we had nowadays. You know, like maybe a little bit bigger than the biggest big screen TV. They had it up there, and it would just looked amazing. So I've never found that arcade, and it's probably because that was like a modded out one that they put their own screen and had a giant uh, Battletoads running on a giant big screen. Like as a kid, when I saw that, I was like, that's pretty cool. Like it wasn't a projector. I know it wasn't a projector because they had an actual screen running it, or maybe it was. No, no, it was like the biggest monitor I had seen at the time. So yeah, which was pretty awesome. I've never found that arcade before, or seen it anywhere, and maybe it's like feels like it was a dream. Now this probably could have been what I saw, but I'm pretty sure I saw the screen was way bigger than that. So you could actually take one of these and put a big screen TV, like the biggest one, and have that effect that they were doing at that arcade. And this was like, I think it was 2000s, maybe, or 90s, maybe it was like 95 when I saw something like that. So they had a big one of those big TVs, like who used to make them at the time? Probably Sony, right? And Panasonic were making those like gigantic TVs. That was pretty cool. Here's a Paperboy. There's my Paperboy logo right there from the Nintendo 64 Paperboy game. I use that sometimes. Here's a Paperboy Entertainment logo. I haven't dropped yet. We'll get a quick look at it, guys. Just some other stuff. Garbage Pail Kids, stuff I like. Some girls, Conker's Bad Fur Day videos I've done that I saved. Some Paperboy stuff. The stuff that got canceled. I can't show cartoons no more on the channel because they keep getting hit with copyright violation. But I saved that title logo. I like that. Probably use it because now I do video game cereal box in the morning, Saturday morning or Sunday morning. Look at this video. It's a horror movie I made. But yeah, that's about it, bros. You're in my karts smartphone. It's a quick update, and be careful when you're using your emulators because it might crash on you.